found the foot of Reagan Bromley for a goal. This one, another good service. That one comes back out, though. Musili finds Hackney outside. Hackney will just take another crack at it. She plays the ball in, far post. Header in from Calissa Lacey along the far side. What a fantastic pass and a fantastic finish. Calissa Lacey's second goal of the night makes it 10-0, George Washington. 32 minutes and 45 seconds remaining in this one. George Washington able to find some success off of its set pieces, perhaps not directly, but putting the pressure on, following up the goal kick. Ball bounces back outside to Lindsay Hackney. Hackney serves it back in. Calissa Lacey finishes that one. Correction on that, I believe that is Calissa Lacey's third goal of the evening. So we've got another quick stoppage in play here. South Charleston with the ball. Maggie Britt serves the ball in. George Washington takes possession back over, but it goes right back to Britt. Britt kicks the ball deep into George Washington territory. New goalkeeper in for the Patriots this half. And I do apologize, but I do not believe that goalkeeper jersey is numbered. I will get you a name on that as soon as possible. That is Madison Lyles now in goal for George Washington. Calissa Lacey coming back down the right side. That ball touched out of bounds. Looks like it'll be for a goal. Is it a goal kick? Corner kick? What are we lining up for here? Referee linesman pointing to the corner. That will be a corner kick. George Washington has been able to turn their last two corner kicks into goals eventually, looking to make it 3 out of the last 3. So Lindsay Hackney sets up along the right side here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 George Washington players push up. That ball headed down. Looked like Reagan Bromley got ahead to that directly off of Lindsay Hackney's corner kick attempt. Save made by South Charleston. The Black Eagles are going the other way. Genevieve Potter coming down the right side. She'll extend the arms, give a little push right in front of the linesman. That one's going to get called 10 times out of 10, and that'll be a free kick going the other way for George Washington. George Washington with the restart. Ball off to Lindsay Hackney. Hackney looks upfield. Angelina Musili. Musili unable to control it, though. Ball goes out of bounds.
Girls. Yes.
Throw in for George Washington. Ball comes in. Patriots playing possession right now. That ball goes into the middle. Finds foot of Ava Trethway. Trethway with possession. Looks to her left. Finds teammate Reagan Bromley. Bromley with 2 goals tonight. It's that shot from way far out. Hannah Ganem has been close several times tonight. Finally finds the one that works. It's the long-range shot. Puts George Washington ahead 11-0 now. Just about 29 minutes remain in this. So you see the replay here. Ganem turns from the right side just inside the 18-yard penalty area. Fires and beats the South Charleston defense 11-0 now. George Washington. Ball back in play now. South Charleston trying to get something going, anything going in this one. Not a lot going the Black Eagles' way so far this evening. So Reagan Bromley collects possession of the ball again in midfield over the new George Washington logo at midfield here on the hill. Patriots pressing again. Ball into the South Charleston defensive area. Collis with the ball, a shot Forces Marino to dive to her right. She's able to get down and make the save, though. Ball played back out in the midfield. GW quickly takes possession back over. Here comes Trethaway. She puts the ball on Madison Adkins' foot. Adkins began the game at goalkeeper for George Washington. And Mary Lyle Smith in at keeper for the Patriots now. Adkins, one of the veterans of this George Washington team, captain for the Patriots. This play is stopped here on the South Charleston side of the field. Black Eagles with a free kick, a little more than 20 yards out. Ball played in from the right. Nice ball hit in there by Maggie Britt with the right. Just nobody able to get on the end of it for South Charleston. And here comes GW in a hurry the other way. Trethaway, all kinds of room, just dribbling right down the middle of the field. Nobody stopping her. Almost looking trepidatious. Looks like she was trying to wait for Adkins to open up there. The starting goalkeeper for the Patriots, now in it forward, not able to get on the end of the ball after a nice run by Trethaway. Adkins back with the ball now. She'll shoot. Ball saved by Marino. Marino punts, ball hits the turf, and back into possession for George Washington. Calissa Lacey with the ball now. Lacey coming down the right side. Goes to the end line, will try to play it back. She gets it back, but flag goes up. That ball went out of bounds. We'll take a brief break on the field for some substitutions here, it appears. The linesman has the flag up. Hannah Ganem coming off the field. Number 5, Catherine Akers, coming into the game for George Washington. We've got more players at the end. Not going to get them in this time, though. As Calissa Lacey collects the ball in the middle of the field for George Washington. Ball not able to hang on to possession, though. Ball rattles around, booted out by South Charleston. Genevieve Potter with the ball now. Potter, one of the captains for this Black Eagles team, just not able to find much room to do much of anything tonight, as this George Washington midfield has been swarming to the ball. GW back on the front foot. Reagan Bromley. 2 goals for Bromley tonight. Catherine Akers with the ball again. Loses possession for a second. Ball rolls to a George Washington player, however. And the Patriots reset. Ball played into the feet. Madison Akers. Excuse me, that is Mary Lyle Smith. Madison Akers is in at goalkeeper. The roster situation is that of a first game, folks. Just bear with us here. We will get it straightened out. Like that might have been a handball. Referee thinks so too. So we'll get a stoppage of play to set up for a free kick for George Washington. It's like that one might be, where's the referee walking us to here? Around the 20-yard line on the football field, so about 30 yards out from the goal line. Ball lofted in, looking for the head of Mary Lyle Smith, not able to find it. Ball does find the back of the net, though. That's Calissa Lacey. Gets a foot on it. Another goal for George Washington. That one snuck in there. Ball played in long from the right side, about 30 yards out on a free kick, looking like the ball was heading to Mary Lyle Smith. Smith not quite able to get a hold of it, though, but Calissa Lacey there to clean it up. Add another goal to the tally for George Washington. The Patriots now lead 12-0. 23 minutes and about 20 seconds remain in this one. 4 goals now for Calissa Lacey. Ball out of bounds. A little confusion about who it will go to. The linesman, he wasn't quite sure for a second either. Looks like it'll be South Charleston's ball as we've got some substitutions. Maybe, are they going to let him make the subs? It's the referee's first game too, folks. Let's cut everybody some slack here tonight. That ball, another ball out of bounds. Looks like we'll get substitutions now. I believe that is Sophia Chuga coming off the field for George Washington, number 20. We'll get you a number on the player that joined momentarily. Number 14, Kenzie Thomas, back in the game for George Washington. So that ball goes over the end line for another corner kick. The set pieces have been very successful for George Washington tonight. Patriots lead 12-0, coming up on 20 minutes remaining in the game. 12-0, George Washington over South Charleston. It's like 2 George Washington players in the corner for the potential short corner. Referee trying to run Emma Sparks off, though. You got to give them a little bit of space to work. So that ball, short touch and played in, looking for the head of Mary Lyle Smith. Smith not able to get there. You can tell at this point the Patriots are really putting an effort into trying to get a goal for Smith, who usually is their goalkeeper, but after the second half began and the Patriots' lead continued to grow, Smith making the move onto the field of play to play forward. So Madison Adkins takes over in goal for George Washington. We'll have another corner kick coming up. Another short one. There's Trethaway playing the ball in with her right. Smith gets ahead to that. Maybe not quite the way she wanted to, as that ball goes up and over out of bounds. As Smith grabs her forehead, thinking that one was close. South Charleston quick to get the ball back out. But again, almost immediately, George Washington regains possession. Ball bounces around a little bit, back into the middle. Jackson with the ball now. She looks for Smith. Smith, touch with the right, pulls it back to her left. Now she's trying to move left. She's going to take a shot with the left, immediately deflected by Mata, however. Smith gets the ball back. Another shot with her right. That one. That ball stopped at the back line by South Charleston before getting to the goalkeeper. GW keeps the pressure on. Here comes Akers, touch with the right. She gets into the penalty area, tries to play it in with her left, not quite able to make that connection, though. Ball off a South Charleston defender and out of bounds, and we will set up for another George Washington corner kick. Some discussion among the Patriots over who might take this. They've got 2 players over there. Here's we'll do the short kick again. Trethaway with the ball. She plays it in. Battle for the ball there. Looks like a foul against George Washington. Ball will be going the other way. Shoulder to shoulder. Maybe got a little too aggressive for George Washington on that one. South Charleston gets the free kick just inside its own penalty area. George Washington leads 12-0 currently. 18:53 remaining in the second half. Jackson takes over possession in midfield for George Washington, looking for Akers along the left side. Long ball played. Corralled, however, by South Charleston's Sophia Johnson. And out of bounds, it'll be another throw-in. Deep in South Charleston territory for George Washington. Ball thrown in. That's Akers to Johnson, back to Akers. Akers plays it with her right into the middle. Nobody there, though. Ball bounces through the defense, however. And Marino will collect it. Punt from Marino goes out to about the 35-yard line on the football field. Emma Sparks with the ball and a touch. She tries to get around the defender on the far side. Not quite able to before it is cleaned up and booted out. And George Washington coming the other way. There goes Collins with the ball. She's flying down the right side. She's going to cut it back, looking to play the ball into the middle. Gets the ball off. There's Smith able to get a foot on it. Not quite able to put it in, though. Akers gets a shot on net. Not a whole lot on it, though. Marino able to turn that one away. Collect, regroup for South Charleston. The punt, however, goes to George Washington again, and the Patriots are back in business on offense. Ava Trethaway with the ball in the middle of the field. She's dribbling, coming down the middle, plays it with her right, looking for Smith. Smith not on the end of that run, though. Goalkeeper's probably not used to running around quite this much. So we get set for another South Charleston goal kick. And not to sound like a broken record, but this has really been a problem for South Charleston tonight. Not able to do much with the goal kicks. Quickly giving possession back to George Washington. A little bit of something going there as Genevieve Potter almost got away from the George Washington defense after she collected that goal kick. Quickly back to the Patriots, and here comes Ava Trethaway. Trethaway plays the ball into Smith. Smith turns with her left, puts a shot on goal, saved by Marino, though. That ball bounces over a George Washington defender and to the feet of Potter. And Potter, who's trying to advance the ball down the right side, loses possession. Ball out of bounds off of GW, though. Throw in for South Charleston. The ball into the middle of the field, finds the feet of Emma Sparks. Sparks gets it to the far side, however, turned over. And here comes GW the other way. Mila Collis briefly with the ball there for George Washington. Patriots on the back foot. Now we're moving forward again. Ava Trethaway, number 10 with the ball in the middle of the field. She beats one South Charleston defender. Gets the ball to Smith. Smith trying to make something happen about 15 yards out. Tries to go past the South Charleston defense. Can't quite do it. It's a nice job by Hillary Grayley, number 2 for the Black Eagles, to lock up Smith. The Patriots have really made a concerted effort to try to get her the ball in an attacking position this second half, and Grayley has done an admirable job of being able to shut that down and limit what the Patriots have been able to do to an extent. George Washington does still lead this game 12-0. Coming up on 15 minutes remaining in this game. First game for both teams here in this 2020 season. This possession battled around the middle of the field. Jackson with the ball now for George Washington. She's looking for Smith. Akers, number 5, collects it, plays with her right. Smith gets it along the left side of the penalty area. Goes to beat a defender, not quite able to get all the way around her, and that ball will trickle out of bounds. Looking for a call. That'll be a goal kick. We get some more substitutes. Looks like that is Akers coming off. Number 23, Zane Baca, in for the Patriots now. And Grayley clears. Looking for Sparks. Sparks unable to control that one. Ball bounces around. Potter gets a hold of it, though. Touches around a defender. It's a race between her and the goalkeeper. Goalkeeper gets there first, though. Ball played out. Zane able to keep it in. Hanabu Kimas, number 26, playing, number 27 now in playing defense for George Washington. There's Smith with another shot on goal. That one bouncing and wide of the net. No deflections, no touches from the goalkeeper there, so that one will be another South Charleston goal kick. Possession heavily favoring the Patriots this evening, as you can probably tell from the scoreline. We close in on 13 minutes remaining here at George Washington High School. Mary Lyle Smith finally gets the goal they've been looking for this half. The usual starting goalkeeper for George Washington able to put the ball in the net there. As we take a look on the replay here. Pass comes across the middle. Smith able to get the ball turned and with her right foot beat the South Charleston defense. That will make it now 13-0, George Washington. Ball back in play now for South Charleston. Potter on an island up front. Ball into the middle for George Washington. South Charleston, a little bit more possession here the last few minutes. It's number 10, Emma Sparks, battles along the right side of the field, trying to keep the ball for the Black Eagles. Ball played over to the right side now. George Washington looking to add to its 13-0 lead. South Charleston trying to stop the bleeding right now. Dispossessed by George Washington. Shot comes in, saved though by Marino. So we've got what appears to be an injured George Washington player. Play stopped. As the play stops, looks like, as we try to see who it is for George Washington that has been injured. Ali Sajidjian over to check on his players. It is number 9, Carter Smith. Not sure what the issue was. The officials stopped the game awfully fast, though. Called the coach out to see what's going on. Looks like Carter Smith will come off now. GW leads 13-0. Play stopped just under 11 minutes remaining in this one as Carter Smith leaves the field. Not sure what it was. They feared injury. They stopped play. She has to leave the field, but it looks like she will come right back on at the first opportunity for George Washington. It appears GW will just play with 10 players until Smith gets the chance to return to the field. Yes. Ball played into the midfield. Maggie Britt with it now for South Charleston. Dispossessed by Jackson. George Washington looking for something. That's a Diamond Jackson with the ball now with the red shoes. Passes inside. Ball bounces back outside, and that's saved before it goes out of bounds. South Charleston, nice play to save it, though. Diamond Jackson from George Washington gets the ball back. Touches back outside. Delaney Jackson with the shot, however. That one's stopped by Marino. Marino corrals it, and punt coming up. Punts it right back to Delaney Jackson, however. Jackson with the ball about the 25-yard line. Plays it into Diamond Jackson. Delaney Jackson again with the ball now. Liza Westerman, number 7, with the ball along the right side. Nothing doing there, so South Charleston will reset once again. Ball booted into midfield. Genevieve Potter battling for possession. She gets it, beats one defender, looking to make a run here. Getting those arms extended, no call, but she loses possession. Ball back with George Washington. Well, the Patriots dispossessed in midfield there. That was a promising start for South Charleston in that possession. Fizzled away kind of fast, though. So the ball will go out of bounds along the right side. It'll be a throw in for the Black Eagles. Let's see Smith back in the game now for GW. That's Smith there, playing the ball off her knee, trying to settle it down, able to pop it back up in the air, however. Delaney Smith clashes with Genevieve Potter. Looked like Potter got the arm extended again. That one's called. So a brief stoppage in play here. GW gets set for a free kick. So ball goes into the defense. George Washington player trips and is on the ground now, however. Player hit hard. She's popped back up, however. Here comes Ali Sadijian off this George Washington sideline. Check on another player. So we try to see who that is for you. That is number 6, I believe, Anna Blevins on the ground for GW. 8 minutes, 10 seconds remain here on the hill. George Washington leads 13-0. George Washington coach checks on his injured player. Does not appear to be limping. Not quite sure what happened there. Maybe just knocked the wind out of her. She did seem to hit the ground awfully hard. So Blevins leaves the field. We'll get the drop ball there. Marino with the kick. Ball played deep. That's Genevieve Potter with a chance now. George Washington's goalkeeper out. It's Madison Adkins able to get to the ball first. South Charleston with more offense in the last few seconds than they've had for most of this game. Chance for the Black Eagles there. Ball into the George Washington defensive third here. Like it inadvertently came off the head of Taylor Kelly. Kelly back in fighting for possession. Genevieve Potter with the ball that goes out of bounds off of George Washington. So another chance for South Charleston here. Play getting a little chippy as we wind down the stretch here. That was Maggie Britt fouled. She will set up for the quick free kick here. Plays the ball in. Didn't look like everybody was quite ready yet. George Washington able to corral that one and get it out of their side. And here comes Diamond Jackson. Not a lot of defenders between George Washington. Looks like we've got a 2-on-2, 2-on-3 situation. Here comes a third player, 3-on-3. Diamond Jackson with the shot from well outside. That one stopped. Touch of the ball back in, though. And we've got another George Washington goal. Finley Lowen with her first goal of the season here makes it, 14-0 George Washington. So we see the replay, big breakaway by the Patriots. Diamond Jackson's ball deflected out to Lowen along the right side. She's able to beat the South Charleston defender, pull it back inside, and then beat the goalkeeper to the near post. 14-0 now. Patriots lead the visiting Black Eagles. About 6.5 minutes to play in this one. So 14-0 George Washington as play starts again. There is another goal for George Washington. Kenzie Thomas off of the restart. Able to get a foot through that one and add to the tally. Now 15-0 George Washington. Just under 6 minutes to play. As you can see on the replay here, Thomas gets the ball, beats two defenders. Able to get a shot off just inside the 18-yard line. Beats the South Charleston goalkeeper for another goal. 15-0 now. George Washington leads against South Charleston. 5.5 minutes to play. South Charleston playing out of the back of its own end, trying to play up the far side. We've got a stoppage in play now. Referee's whistle. That one must have snuck out of bounds over the touchline along the far side. No, that'll be a free kick of some sort. Not quite sure what the call was there. Free kick goes to a George Washington player, but deflects back to South Charleston. Poor touch from the George Washington defense as Genevieve Potter puts on the pressure. Nothing doing that time as Potter quickly gets the ball thrown back in. Almost to a touch to Maggie Britt. George Washington goalkeeper able to poke that one away. Madison Adkins, the goalkeeper, with a good touch there. George Washington on offense very quickly. Carter Smith plays the ball in the middle. Diamond Jackson. Jackson with the shot from about 25 yards out, and that one goes in. 35 yards, excuse me. That was a long shot by Diamond Jackson. Her first of the evening. Makes it 16-0. George Washington over South Charleston here. 4 minutes to play. Patriots pouring it on here in the last few minutes. The score now is increased to 16-0. Kickoff goes all the way back into the South Charleston defense. I believe that is number 8, Jamace Townsend with the ball. Townsend loses possession, however. George Washington back in control in the middle. Ball played on the right side of the midfield to Carter Smith. Smith back to the inside to Delaney Jackson. Delaney Jackson goes outside looking for Zane Baca. Baca not quite able to do anything with it as that ball goes over the end line for another South Charleston goal kick. Ball played in. Slips through a few George Washington players. Genevieve Potter with possession, able to beat one defender but not two. That's Potter and Kenzie Thomas. They have had quite the battle along that right side. Both halves tonight. Very physical, tough play from both players. But not a whole lot going right for South Charleston this evening as George Washington leads 16-0. Coming up on about 2.5 minutes to play in this one.
You good? Can you stay here? Because he can't do both. Where he set this up in here, he can't do both. There's no way. Yeah.
George Washington back with the ball out along the left side there. Ball back in play for George Washington now. Number 23, Zane Baca with the ball. She plays it into the middle. Diamond Jackson to Delaney Jackson. It's back to, Carter Smith with the ball along the outside there. Ball back into the middle, however. Just trading possessions around midfield now as the clock continues to wind. 1 minute, 37 seconds remain in the game. George Washington leads South Charleston 16-0. Yes, South Charleston throw in along the far side here as time continues to wind down. Short throw in. Finds number 28, Jayla Woods. Woods plays the ball back over the middle. Kenzie Thomas collects in the middle. Carter Smith now with the ball for George Washington, playing up through the South Charleston midfield. Diamond Jackson with a touch. Zane Baca also with a touch. That's number 21, Delaney Jackson with the ball now. She beats a defender and cuts the ball back inside. Easy for me to say. Looking for Diamond Jackson. Possession lost. Back to Delaney Jackson. Delaney with a touch to Kenzie Thomas. Thomas to the outside to Carter Smith. Smith along the right hash mark. Tries to play the ball in, and George Washington's just passing the ball around, killing the clock now. 17 seconds remain as we wind down on the opening girls high school soccer contest of the season for both of these teams. Under 10 seconds to go, and looks like George Washington's just going to kill the ball on this one. And that will do it here from the Hill. Final score, George Washington girls 16, South Charleston 0. Patriots move to 1-0 on the young season. South Charleston falls to 0-1, 16-0. Lots of goals from a very powerful, very good George Washington Lady Patriots squad here this evening in the opener. So we begin to clear the field and get prepared for the boys game that will follow this one. Senior night festivities coming up as the Patriots in South Charleston open the boys soccer season. Thank some of our sponsors here as we go in between games. Poca Valley Bank. Poca Valley Banking, the place where relationships matter. Stop in any of their 7 locations. In your final score, 16-0. The George Washington girls open the season with an emphatic win against the rival South Charleston Black Eagles. Again, as we prepare for the senior night festivities for the George Washington boys, not waiting till the end of the season with everything going on in the world and making sure they get senior night in. So first game of the year, they're going to have senior night. The girls did it prior to their game earlier this evening. The boys will continue to do so. Thanks to more of our sponsors, Shama Orthodontics. Shama Orthodontics with locations in Charleston, Parkersburg, and Ripley. You can find them online at shamabraces.com. That's SHAMMA braces.com. Gerald A. Clark Dentistry. It's dentistry that takes the time to care. Also want to thank Olive Tree Cafe and Catering. Olive Tree Cafe and Catering in South Charleston. You can dine in or carry out. Another thank you to Kim Giroux Realty. Kim Giroux, whether you are buying or selling, let Kim help you. Kim Giroux, your home is where her heart is. And we also want to thank Potter & Spano Financial Group. Potter & Spano Financial Group with over 50 years of combined experience. Potter & Spano committed to helping their clients plan with a purpose. I believe we will take a brief break for me here before we get back into the boys contest. I want to thank everybody for watching along with Video Productions Facebook. And again, final score from the girls game at 16-0. George Washington beats South Charleston. We'll be back with the boys game very shortly.